Good evening, everyone. This is Cozy ToeZzz ASMR, and today I thought that it would be nice to do some colouring in together, and the only colouring in book that I have happens to be this Harry Potter Magical Places and Characters colouring book. Harry-Potter-E-R. Harry Potter. So, a lot of the images in this book are quite complicated. So I'm going to try and find a page that I can complete in the space of this video. Here I did a little test of what it sounded like. Here we've got the Hogwarts Castle, the Grand Hall with Professor McGonagall, Professor Jane Umbridge and Dumbledore, and so many more. So the one, actually I'll show you this one, which isn't anything exciting, but I started to colour it in. It's one of the classrooms. Just like lots of brown, lots of delicate intricacies, tables, and all of the wood grain of each of the tables. This take a while. This is Divination class, Professor Trelawney. And then we've also got Herbology, and there's Hermione and Harry, and I believe, can't see where Ron is actually, but he's in there somewhere. And these are the screaming plants that come out and make Neville faint. Mandrake root. They're used to revive people when they get petrified, which you'll see in the second movie, or you might not already know about it. Okay, here we have Professor Snape in his potions class, and we have this awesome sort of mandala that I'm going to colour in for you today, because it's not too complicated, but it's got enough symmetry that I'll be able to have fun with colours without being too serious, which I think that drawing's all about that. It's all about letting go of your mind and being present and letting your creativity do the work. Letting go of your need to have things perfect. So I'm going to be using Faber-Castell 20 grip color marker. ToeZzz is a good brand always for colouring in pencils or felt tips. Always go for them, they last quite a long time. Alright, so let's get started. So first I'm going to choose a purple colour because that's my favourite colour in real life. And I think it might go good in some of the potion bottles, so I'm going to do the inside liquid of the potion bottle up here. It's actually quite a dark colour. It doesn't look that dark. And on the outside of the felt tip, it actually comes off quite dark. It's quite a pretty magical colour though. Looks like it could be a magical potion. I'm going to go around and do all of the potion bottles that are the same with this purple magenta sort of colour. So relaxing, just spending time colouring in myself, because you know life gets so busy, so it is definitely not a priority to spend quiet time just doing something relaxing for the sake of it being relaxing without it actually having, I guess, a target or something that it achieves that's materialistic. And often we forget to do these things that seem pointless, but really they're not pointless. They actually are so good for our mind, just to have a bit of space from all of the chatter. Okay, so that is the last one, which we'll just finish up and we can move on to another colour. So next I am going to choose, so many choices. Perhaps I shall choose a turquoise colour. And I am going to colour in, which part should I do? Maybe I will do this part here. This one's sort of the potions like in two parts, which doesn't really make it look like a liquid. And there's also these ones in the middle which have these little sort of square sections, so I'm not 100% sure what effect that's going for, so I'm just going to approach it as I would a pattern, just so that it all looks symmetrical and matching at the end, which you don't have to do, but I think that's part of the meditative process with mandala drawings, mandala colouring in especially. It's all about noticing the similarities, noticing the layout and the different places that you need to put the colours. You're not rushing on to the next colour too fast, but actually really getting to enjoy the energy of the colour that you're working with. If you believe that they have an energy. I do. I think everything has an energy. Everything is energy. Okay, so now that I've done the green, I am going to choose a yellow to contrast it with, and I'm going to put the yellow, actually I'm going to leave these little bits white. The yellow is going to fill in the rest of the bottle. This yellow actually seems to be a bit dry. Might choose another one just so that it's a bit more fluid and blends better, so you can't see the brush strokes as much. That one's going to be a little bit orangey. That's okay. Just roll with it. I hope that wherever you are right now, you can just take your mind off the day and all the things that you should be doing. Because if you think about it, why do we do anything? What's the real purpose? What's the purpose behind our goals and earning money and working and everything? It's to be happy. And I think that a lot of people spend their whole lives chasing their goals, which is good because it keeps them motivated. But then they forget to actually practice how to be happy. Because practicing how to be happy is important because it's a state of presence. And I think that if you spend too long out of that state of presence, becomes harder and harder to actually just sit back and just really enjoy what's in front of you. That's why I really love ASMR. It's a really good way to just appreciate the really, really, really small, simple things in our life. And I think when you do that, you can appreciate the bigger things even more. And they become so much more powerful, I guess you could say. You become so much more grateful. It's all about gratitude. Now, if you guys actually decide that you really like the sound of me colouring in and you enjoy this video but you kind of want me to do more of a detailed picture, just drop us a comment, let me know, because I'm really beginner at this stage, like I've been saying, and I'm interested in just making videos that people like to listen to, because again, if I can help you relax at all, that's awesome. That's why I'm doing it. I'm also really interested to just give different things a try. And sometimes I just don't think about things. You might have some really good ideas. So I'm just colouring in this little pattern that's behind the bottles. I really think it's just a decoration, just to make it look more mandala-like, I guess. I've decided that it's going to be green. Nice vibrant green. Doing the little circles. Quite enjoying this part of the drawing. The colouring in picture, shall I say. It's nice because you can kind of fill in those little bits in 1 or 2 or 3 strokes. It feels really satisfying. There, and that side too, on the side of the bottles. There you go. That's all done. So now I think I'm going to go for something that is bright as well. Maybe we'll try an orange. And I'm going to put the orange. Maybe I will colour in the outside of these bottles. It can be fiery like the sun almost. Maybe the potion in this bottle gives off such an intense fragrance and aroma, and maybe even a bit of a temperature, so that the air around it actually turns this fiery orange. Could even be flammable. Just turn the book a little bit, and then I will go on this side here. Works better if you don't do too many strokes in one place, because that's when the paper starts to I guess get a bit too wet and starts to get bumpy, not as smooth. Video that I'm thinking I might make next week is maybe a lighting a match sound, which I actually got asked to do when I first began this channel, which was not that long ago. Yeah, just want you to know that I haven't forgotten, and I also really enjoy the sound of swiping a match and hearing it burst into flames, and then putting it out in water and hearing the little crackle that it makes. It's very satisfying. now that I look at it, this potion kind of almost looks like lips. Like that's the top lip, that's the bottom lip. It just smiles in a jar, in a bottle. Smile potion. Big purple smiley female lips. I also was thinking that another type of video that I really enjoy, and a sound that I've always felt to be quite relaxing, is the sound of typing. So if you think it's a good idea, also please let me know. But I was thinking I might do either a banking or a librarian or some sort of role play for my first role play that involves typing, taking down information and details. So let me know if you think that's a good idea. Okay, next I am going to choose a dark blue color, and I'm going to draw in this big section here, this big bottle section that goes all the way around. I quite like the color blue, especially how it would contrast with this red. Sorry, not red, this orange color for a warm and cool effect. When I did, because I did painting in high school actually, and it was my favorite thing to do was play around with cool and warm colors. A lot of my artboards were very vibrant, and I think blue was probably my most favorite and most used color. Blue of lots of different tones, of course, and varieties. Something about it I just find really visually satisfying. So I'm just paying mind to all the little areas around these bottles that this big potion bottle goes. All up the side. There we go. There's one done. I used to have a bottle collection around about the time when I was 18, and I had this obsession with collecting coloured bottles. I had this windowsill and it had all these different types of bottles and different coloured glass. It would sit on my windowsill, and I loved the way that the light caught on each of them, and I'd just stare at them while I was sitting in bed sometimes. I just found it really mesmerising. I think anything that plays around with light and colour is quite impressive, and it's a really nice way to bring beauty into your home as well. Another example of that I really enjoy is stained glass windows. One day, because me and my husband want to build a tiny house one day. It's our dream to live a bit more simply, and I can always envision some feature stained glass windows in it. Just seeing the light softly come through. I'm watching the raindrops on it when it was raining. So this one's taking obviously a little bit more time because of how much bigger it is. And I'm really trying to keep my strokes as even as possible. I'm not much of a perfectionist when it comes to art. I just don't have the patience for perfectionism with this. I think it just kind of ruins the enjoyment. Some people, though, are incredibly good at colouring things and getting their brush strokes really even, which I find to be quite impressive. Kind of like that, but the whole way down. I always find it really relaxing listening to videos where you're just kind of hanging out with someone, because I think that social media has this way of portraying everyone as having these really dazzling lives, and I'll admit that even my social media, you only post the really good moments, so people assume that you've got this life that's like that all the time. But really what everyone wants is just to know that they're like other people, and to just hang out and chat and not feel like there's any judgment. There's this big kind of, I guess this whole debate against colouring in templates in early childhood, in the early childhood sector, because it doesn't encourage the creativity that children can have with open-ended materials and resources, which I completely agree with. However, I don't think it pays to be an extremist with anything. I think that colouring in has its place. I think, if anything, emotionally, because there are some children who take a bit more time to get the confidence. I think my battery on my camera is going to die soon, which is really greatly organised on my part. I would just like to say that I hope wherever you are while you're watching this, that you're cozy and that you're taking some time for yourself, that you're reminding yourself that actually it's okay to just stop. It's actually so good for you, and that you are a completely normal person, and I'm really enjoying hanging out with you right now. So if the recording stops at any time, just know that I have really enjoyed making this video with you. Spending some time just chatting. I think I just heard my husband putting on Harry Potter in the background. I think it's his way of telling me to come to bed, because he knows that I love to watch Harry Potter. Harry Potter's always been my way of turning off, I guess. Since I was little, I loved magic, and I would pretend that I was in a magical world where I could talk to fairies in the forest, and used to pretend to do spells. And I always loved crystals and anything that was kind of magical. And then when I first saw Harry Potter, I just fell in love. And even as an adult now, I find it really comforting. Just helps take my mind off, I guess, the mundaneness, I don't know if that's a word, but of reality, and fills me with wonder and joy, and makes my mind quiet, helps to bring me into the present. So Harry Potter is kind of like a really positive tool for me, and I think it's like that for a lot of people as well. It's kind of like a world that you can escape to. Especially beneficial when you've had a stressful day. Alright. So that's our potions mandala so far. Very bright and bold. Why not? Just because it's Snape doesn't mean he can't have colourful potions, right? Okay, I'm going to bring in some pink. And I'm going to colour in the insides of these potions, these square potions, with a little bit of pink, just something funky. Happened quite fast actually, colouring in those. Looks quite trippy. Okay, so after that I'm going to... what colour should I do these ones on the back here? I feel like yellow, but there is already yellow. Something that goes with the blue. Maybe I could get a... You know what, maybe we'll be bold and can do a red. and it can look like a superhero potion mandala. Yeah, that's quite cool. Very vibrant. Just trying to go around these little bottles. Bottle. There we go. Down around this side. My mouth just sounded like a bird. Almost like a whistle, but I can't really whistle. Just a teeth whistle. I'm getting quite a dry voice from this, surprisingly. Probably from all the chatting. Just down here. Awesome. Okay, and I think I'm going to. Oh, if only there was a light purple. There's not, so I'm trying to think what I should do. These little ones out the branches of the yellow. So there's yellow, green, orange nearby. So and blue. So what shall I do? Maybe I could do grey. See how that goes. Oh yeah, looks kind of cool. So many bottles. So many bottles. Bottles, bottles, bottles. Bottles, bottles, bottles. bottles. And then this is the lucky last one of the grey. So we'll just finish colouring that in, and then I might do one more colour for you. These white bits here, just to sort of complete the look. And I think what I might do, what do you reckon? Pink. Red and pink don't tend to go together, so you know what, maybe I will do purple. I'll do the less magenta-y one, the darker one. That's nice, different tone. Go around this side too. There and in there, and on this one too. Around in the middle. That looks kind of cool, stripy. I'm going to do some blue around here, just to link those blues and make it really pop. It's very bold, the color scheme I've gone for here. But you know, that's fun too. There we go, now the blue kind of links. I might just do the tips of these red bottles so that they're blue too. And there you have it. Mostly completed. Harry Potter styled potions mandala. Kind of matches my nails too. That wasn't even intentional. Okay. I hope that you have a really relaxing night or day, wherever you are. It's been really nice spending time with you. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, and make sure to leave a comment down below with any suggestions that you might have for future videos.